So anyways, so I get to the classroom. It's like the second week of school, junior year, and that was the chair, by the way. And so I get to the classroom, and they switched to a different room, and I'm just there, and I'm like almost crying. And the teacher shows up. He's a coach, by the way, so you already know. And he's like, "Are you looking for us?" And I'm like, "Yes." I'm crying here, like, yeah. So he and this other guy, this other student, who is like taking to the nurse, and he walks with me. He's like, "You look like you need to go to the counselor." I'm like, "Yeah." So I'm crying, and it was so awkward. So this coach is like walking me and this kid to the nurse and me to the counselor, and it's so awkward. It's so awkward and like okay. Yeah, and it's so awkward, and I'm like crying because it's been a really bad day for a lot of reasons. And like I went to the wrong class like 5 times because I was still, during that day, like 'cause I was still getting used to the new schedule. And so he takes me to the counselor, tells them like, yeah, I've got this, my student Alyssa. He calls me the wrong name. They're like, "Oh, okay." And yeah, so I'm crying because I hate everything, and it's a really bad day. And I'm also panicking. And then, so I go to 7th period, which is the dance class. And I walk in, and I'm just crying because, yeah. And the teacher, the scary teacher, she tells another coach that like I'm crying. And so the volleyball coach, I guess. But she was actually nice. She was really nice. And she like talks to me. She's like, "Hey, like, come here." And I'm like not even wearing my shoes. I'm like crying and stuff. She's like, she said you were crying. I don't know where this story is going. But yeah, junior year I was really bad. They were all bad, but like that's the only year I kind of remember. It's just literally just this year. Yeah, I have a lot of stories, and I don't even. But yeah, and like I wanted to be in like art class, but art class was all full, so they could only put me in like psychology/government first semester. No, first semester law. It was first semester law, second semester psychology with like this guy who was like the worst, the literal worst. Yeah, it was the worst, and I never did any work in that class, like ever. Like I only did some work, and like I never did work in that class. And I'm not saying that to be like lazy or like sound stupid or sound like a complete like asshole who like doesn't do work just to be unique. But like I didn't know what was going on ever in that class, and it was all seniors. Like I was the only junior. It was me and some other girls, but like juniors, some other kids, and like yeah, it was all seniors. They were so scary. And, like, they were only, like, obviously, like, a year older than us, but they all looked like they were 28, and they were so freaking scary. And it was the 7th period class, and we took law, which was, like, weirdly, like, political. And, like, yeah. I would never be in that class, ever. Like, I would never make a conscious choice to be in that class. Like, it was obviously, I literally only took it because I wanted to get out of dance class so bad that I just took the only class that was actually available, which was that, because, and like, and I switched. My mom didn't want me to switch to that class because she wanted me to be in dance because I needed to, like, do something like that. And so my counselor had to, like, call and be like, hey, she's, like, turned in an application, like, 5 times trying to get out of this class. Like, why won't you just sign it? And so she actually got my mom to say yes and let me be in another class, which is why, like, I could have been out of that class, like, a week earlier if my mom had just signed it already. And, yeah. So anyways, I get into this law/psychology class that this teacher is. I didn't even want to waste time, like, talking about him. I didn't have any, like, teacher that I liked in junior year, except for my English teacher, because I'm gay. And, yeah, with this law teacher, I never did any work, and, like, it was only, like, the second semester, well, it was also in the first semester, that I feel, like, bad, but, like, he genuinely thought I couldn't, like, read or write because I didn't do anything. And he knew I was, like, special. And, like, he knew I was, like, special, but I guess he didn't know, like, what I was capable of, like, if I knew how to, like, read. And I mean, they, like, tell you, like, yeah, most of the teachers don't actually read it because they don't care. But, like, I'm pretty sure they can, like, look at information about you and see, like, oh, this student has ADHD. So they can get extra time to, like, work on assignments. They get more time to work on them so they can focus. Like, the teachers, I'm pretty sure they can read stuff like that, but I don't think they really care. So they usually don't. So we didn't really know if I could, like, read or write or anything. Yeah, it was really, no, I didn't like him at all. He was really scary to me. And, yeah. I don't like thinking about that. But he was really scary. He was just the worst. Like, I didn't like being in the class. Like, his energy was so uncomfortable. Like, so uncomfortable. And, like, he was a football coach. Of course he was. No offense. But, like, I swear, they're always, like, racist or something, or homophobic. And, like, you can tell. And, like, even if they're not racist or homophobic, like, yeah. I don't know why but yeah, he was a football coach, so he was always talking about, like, sports, and, like, it's like, yeah, you saw the game last night, right? It's like, there's only, like, one other gay person in that class, so it was, like, really hard to, like, understand what was going on. Like, there was literally no one else was gay. Well, actually, yeah, I don't think anyone else was gay that I knew in that class. But yeah, I don't even just mean gay. Like, I don't think anyone else was, like, normal. Everyone else in there was, like, a senior or a junior who, like, was, like, really into, like, football and, like, yeah, it was really scary. Like, I did not fit everyone, not everyone. I mean, like, most people, not everyone. There was normal people in there, but, like, no. like, he was always talking about, like, football, and he was just crazy. He was not normal. He was talking about football. It's like, okay, like, go ahead, like, you're a coach, but it's like, I felt so lost. Like, that was the scariest class ever, because it was such an uncomfortable environment. Every class I had was uncomfortable. And yeah, but like the last like 4 periods of the day of the year. Yeah, but my 6th period, 7th period, and 8th period were like the worst classes ever in existence that I've ever had to be in ever. 6th period was history with a football coach, which, yeah, that's self-explanatory. Like, I don't even have to explain why that was one of the worst classes. Everyone in there was so insane. Everyone in there was so insane. And like, yeah, and like one day no, that class was just crazy, and like the teacher was really scary. It was really scary. Everyone was scary, and like everyone in that class was really mean, and like they did it on purpose. Like, I swear the teachers do it on purpose. They always set up like the quiet, like not boring, but like they always set up like the quiet, like kids that they know have like anxiety, and like they always put like the quiet, like special kids like sitting right next to like the really annoying, like the worst people ever. I know, like every day in that class, like I wanted to die. Like I wanted to like I didn't wear my seatbelt when I was in the car to go to school. Like I wanted to get like killed. Like I wanted to die because I didn't want to go to that 6th period, 7th period, and 8th period class. Like 6th period was even worse at the end of the year, because we got these like, in like the new semester, we got these like new like kids in class, and they were like so scary, and they just got like, I don't know, like they were just so scary and so annoying, and like I just remember being in that class, like I wanted to die. Like I wanted to just die right there, like every day in that class. Like I was in so much pain listening to everyone around me like talk. Like, I know that sounds like not like, you know how those people like they're just like, I hate everyone in school, like I just wanted to snap and like kill everyone. It was not like that for me. I just wanted to kill myself. Like I wasn't like those people that was gonna snap and like kill people. I don't mean like that. That's crazy. I mean like I wanted to like die. Like I wanted to die. Like every day in 6th period, like I wanted to just get in a horrible accident. Like I really wanted to die every day in that class. Like I wanted the sweet release of death, because everyone in there was so crazy, and like I can't describe it. I can't tell you like in a story, like in a video, everything that happened in that class, because it was so insane. Yeah. And like I said, 7th period was crazy. And everyone was really like scared. And then 8th period was my chemistry, which I had to take twice, I think. No. I swear schools will do that just to be homophobic. Like you can't do that. They always make the gay students like retake chemistry. Like, why would I do that twice? Why do I have to do it twice? It's stupid. Like, they do that just to be homophobic, make you take chemistry twice. Like, it was only us, like, no one else. But yeah, but everyone in that class was so insane. Like, so insane. And, like, I sat next to these two friends who would, like, they were crazy. They were crazy. Like, I don't have time to, like, waste time talking about them, but, like, and there was only, like, 2 other juniors in that class. It was only me and one other girl and, like, 3 other people were juniors. And everyone else was a sophomore. Like, wanted to die. Wanted to die. Wanted to die. Wanted to die. Wanted the sweet release of death every day. Everyone in that class was so insane. So insane. And it was chemistry. Like, I did no work. Like, I can't. Like, I couldn't. Like, I no, like, you can't. I couldn't do work. It was impossible. The only time I ever did work was we did tests. Like, I had no choice but to do the work, but, like, and I would just put random numbers because it was just impossible. It's just impossible. First of all, I'm gay. Second of all, I'm mentally ill. Second of all, I have ADHD. That's not second. Third of all, I have ADHD. Fourth of all, I'm gay. Fifth of all, I don't know how to read or write or count or add or subtract or divide, and I definitely don't know fractions or, like, I can't. But yeah, that was another class that I did nothing in and somehow still passed. Like, I didn't even pass that class. But yeah, it was chemistry. I did nothing. The teacher was nice, but I did nothing because it was impossible. It was impossible. Like, you could not. Like, I didn't know anything. Like, that whole year, I did not get. My brain did not gain a single cell of information from that class. It was impossible.